Welcome back. What a week it has been in Washington. House Speaker John Boehner announcing that he's resigning the day after the Pope makes a historic visit and offers a historic address to a joint session of Congress. To delve deep into the Beltway buzz, we're pleased to be joined by John Gizzi. John is the Newsmax Chief Political Columnist and White House Correspondent, and again, he comes to us quite fittingly tonight from Newsmax Washington. John, I made brief mention of it earlier in this program. Boehner's resignation was one of the worst kept secrets in Washington, was it not? I got wind of this about 3 weeks ago.
I certainly found it to be discussed quite a bit. And the question was not whether Boehner would go, it was when. Most people put their money down on the Speaker serving out through the rest of the year and announcing his retirement from Congress while relinquishing the gavel along the way. He did it all at once in a performance that left everyone stupefied.
Well, we had heard that some of his confidants were saying, look, let's just wait until the Pope comes for a visit. Do you take the Speaker at his word that this morning he woke up and said, today is the day?
No one makes a life-changing decision like that. One, I might add, that took the spotlight away from Donald Trump at the Values Voters Summit, as well as Chinese President Xi Jinping. I noted that for one of the few times when a world leader is at a White House press conference, there were rows of empty seats. One does not create a cataclysmic effect like that on other politicians unless one has thought about this for a while. Boehner topped them all in the news today, and will continue to do so throughout the weekend.
Well, the question becomes, who's next in line? Who will take over as House Speaker? And, of course, the majority leader, the gentleman from California, is trying to set up a sense of inevitability that he's next in line.
Let me say this. It was poignant that Pope Francis would appear with Speaker Boehner in his last public appearance before the announcement, because the vote for the next speaker, or for the person Republicans will put forth on the floor for speaker, is not unlike that for the Pope among the College of Cardinals. The only thing is that the Republican members don't take 3 oaths not to reveal.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait a minute, John. You don't want to profane the papacy by comparing it to the House Republican Conference. And I say that as a guy who ran for the chairmanship of that conference a decade ago.
I know that, but I'm saying you also know 2 things: that it is a very confidential process by secret ballot, and people sometimes won't say with veracity who they voted for. That said, Kevin McCarthy, between the time of Boehner's announcement this morning and now, has at least 50 votes in his pocket locked up. He became minority leader of the California Assembly after only 1 term. He's had the fastest rise in leadership of just about anyone since Henry Clay, who became Speaker as a freshman in the 19th century, and he knows how to count votes. I have to say that he's going to be the person to defeat, and the conservatives, those who clamored for Boehner's head, never really united behind one candidate.
Well, let's see what happens in the days ahead. Let's see what happens. John Gizzi, we'll talk to you about it next week, see what develops. Thank you, sir. Checking in from Newsmax Washington. Now, to your comments. Continue to get a lot of reaction on the way Donald Trump has been treated by Fox and other networks. Robert writes in and says this: Donald Trump has every right to fight back against the news media. He goes on for an interview, yet MSNBC, Fox, etc. treat him like a piñata. They strike and attack him with questions not relevant to any campaign. Next, it's Timothy who writes, nobody was a bigger Fox News fan than I was over the years. Unfortunately, that has changed. They're no longer fair and balanced and are now in the pockets of the GOP establishment. I'm a Republican, but I'm for the Washington outsiders. It's not that I love Trump so much, it's that I'm sick of the GOP establishment. All righty, we appreciate you checking in, and we'd like to hear from you, and here's how we can. Just get on your computer and write us, newsmaxtv.com/comment. My comments, we'll see you back here Monday night. Stay brave, stay free, stay tuned.